I'm feeling slightly angry. Don't know if you can tell. If you really... Alright, so why am I feeling angry? It's... Okay, you want to stop all... Solving all the world's problems is simple. It is. It's objectively simple. We'll get into it later, subsequent videos and all that stuff. But here's one small solution to the world's problems. Okay, one small solution to one very small aspect, one very small decision that could create a lot of movement. Right. So, what am I talking about? The war in Ukraine, the hesitation for the European Union to fast track, to really kind of go against what? Yeah, eons of tradition, like, fucking 20 years of cultures that have been around for, since time immemorial. You fucking... Alright. Calm down, Adrian. So what's... Alright, so, now, leaders from Poland, Slovakia, and the Czech Republic turn up in Ukraine. And they talk about certain aspects of, well, I don't know, I suppose they talk about certain aspects of solidarity and ideas of, well, the European Union should. We live in a world of instituted is the wrong word. We live in a world of molasses, right? We live in a world where institutions have been around for so long, or at least they feel like they've been around for so long, that there's no... we can't move out of these... There's a whole bunch of statements that we've made. Yeah, there's a whole lot of bullshit underneath that's happening. There's more than that could ever be said in any video, no matter how long it is. But here's the real calculus here, right? Here's the real kind of, reality, the mathematics of this whole thing, right? We're in a situation, we've been here for so long that we can't possibly say anything different, and we can't move forward. So it gives people that are willing to jab at that, willing to kind of break the seams, it gives them, gaps, it gives them opportunity, right? It gives Vladimir Putin the opportunity to move in to a position, because who the fuck's going to help Ukraine? Who's going to help them? Alright, so people will send weapons, right? But really what they want is a Ukrainian victory would cut this, right? A Ukrainian victory is what the people want. But for the leaders, it's not so much what they want, because this is a fantastic opportunity for them, right? They're able to gain political points off of this. You can keep sending weapons. See, look at me, I'm so great. There's a whole lot of bullshit to unpack there too. But here's the game, right? Here's the real game. Here's the real calculus. Putin is holding the political situation hostage. Putin is holding the world hostage in a way. Well, not the world. He's holding. Saying the world, it's too expansive. He's holding an idea hostage. The only real way to break the molasses and move this forward is to say something. All right, so this would be the speech. This would be if I was in charge. No, if of that group of prime ministers and deputies that went to Kiev. If I was the leader, my speech would have been something like, this is a horrible, horrible reality. We see around us the horrible reality of what's happening. We feel it. It hurts us. So this is what we have to do. We, the three nations here, and in my perfect world, the many other nations besides, most likely a lot of Eastern European nations, but anyway. We are announcing that we are leaving the European Union as of today. We are making this unilaterally. We are making this step unilaterally. If the EU does not request the Ukraine to join immediately. Now some people would say that this is a horrible move and this would be destructive to a lot of the realities of the world. And to them I say, I agree. I agree with you. This would be horrible. I do not take this move lightly. I do not enjoy making this announcement. This is horrible. This would be a horrible thing to do, but it must be done. In the same way that people that are used to living in freedom cannot go back to tyranny. It must be done. It is horrible. We are signing our death warrants, but we must sign them. Because if we don't, everything will fall. Everything. Because it's a domino effect, and you show weakness to a rabid animal. I've dealt with rabid animals. I'm now speaking to me personally. Dealt with rabid animals. It's the reality is you have to be methodical. You have to provide the situation that they have to back down. You can't stand in solidarity. Standing in solidarity is fucking pointless. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel better. That's it. It won't stop the reality of people fucking dying. You have to stand and you have to say, you have to fight fire. You have to hold the world hostage. You have to hold the reality of your situation hostage. You have to hold autocracy hostage to freedom. To what does that mean? What does the word freedom mean? That's another long conversation to have, but you got to say it. You have to say it. You have to say, no, it's either we all stand together or we break this whole thing apart, we'll accept our own fates. It's not a choice. It's not a choice. Or at least it is a choice, and you've already made it if you don't say it. You are weak and powerless if you don't say it. And and you might be dead if you do. Welcome to the real world. But that's the calculus here. That's it. It's just it. Of course, this could all be mute if what is entirely likely to happen happens, and superior tactics and just the reality of a democratic army versus a autocratic army takes hold, and free ideas are allowed to float around, and people understand, and there's still weapons moving in, and there's still support and all of these things. But for that one little for that one question, that Ukraine joining the European Union, that's effective. That would work. It would work. It have to work, because you also have to show that you're serious, right? Like, no, we will put borders up. Clearly you haven't helped Ukraine, so you're not going to help us. So now we're going to put borders against you. Statements, movements. All right, we'll break this whole thing apart. Make it. It's their decision. Like, it is somewhat schoolyard. It is somewhat schoolyard. There is a stop hitting yourselfness to it, but the thing is, it's a fitting analogy in this situation, because you kind of have to. You have to. The institutions are too. People are too set in their ways, and the emergency's here. So you have to fucking hit it with a sledgehammer. Alright? You can't try and take down a fucking high-rise building with words, or with sticks and stones, with an AK-47. No, you need fucking high-yield explosives. Directed charges. Oh no. Yes, this is a horrible decision we're making. We don't want to do this. This is in our worst interests. But the thing is that if we don't do this now, we're all gonna die anyway, so fuck it. We're saying it's either Ukraine comes in and joins the EU, or the EU dies tonight. It's that simple. It's just that simple. You have to say it. Otherwise, this is going to continue. And someone's going to say it. Someone has to say it. It's not going to be me. I'm not in charge of anything. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But, you read, I don't know if Thucydides would agree. Thucydides didn't really have much of an opinion on anything. At least didn't write about it. But yeah, that's in this one small situation, and it is somewhat small, because in reality the title actually doesn't mean a whole lot, but it means enough in support, mental support, just the reality of the kind of economic support when Europe finally gets off of its arse and creates its own army, which it will do, and then again another video. Yeah, no, that's it's what needs to happen. Alright, well, your move, world.